Alright guys, welcome back to the channel and episode number 6 of this WWE 2K17 Did You Know series, in which we'll be taking a look at 5 more things you might not know about WWE 2K17. Did you know though that general managers that appear backstage in the authority's office as opposed to just Triple H? Depending on who you choose to wrestle as backstage, you'll find the person in the authority's office changes to one of 3 different GMs. Firstly, and most common, you have the game himself, Triple H, but should you wrestle as Hunter backstage, then you'll come across one of 2 other GMs. Firstly, there's the game's wife and fellow authority member Stephanie McMahon, and then secondly, you also have the chairman himself, Steph's father, Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Did you know you can enter and exit the backstage area from 3 different locations? This one comes from Suplex City, who reveals there's 3 ways to go backstage during Falls Count Anywhere matches. Firstly, there's the most commonly used method of going backstage via the entrance behind the Minitron, which gives you this animation and sees the superstar appear backstage in the gorilla position behind the stage. Secondly, you can go backstage from this location to the right of the stage, which again features its own unique animation and sees you appear backstage at the top of the hallway next to the door with the flashing light. Finally, you can also go backstage using this 3rd method on the opposite side of the stage to the left, with this location also having its own unique animation and seeing both superstars appear backstage at the bottom of the corridor, entering through the steel guardrails from the area that is not accessible during gameplay. Did you know you can throw your opponent from box to box all the way down the backstage hallway from one end to the other? This one comes from FlashCraze, who reveals if you throw your opponent into the first equipment box at the bottom of the backstage corridor and then use the grapple button to perform a head smash, you'll see them perform a stumbling animation over the second box further down the hallway before stumbling over it. At this point, you can then use the head smash again and have them continue on stumbling down the corridor all the way at the far end, where you can then put them through the table. Did you know it's possible to perform run diving attacks from the equipment boxes located in the backstage hallway? This one was submitted by ERocks, who reveals it's possible to run jump off the equipment boxes backstage, performing secret diving animations. Depending on the superstar that you're using, the animations may vary, with different general animations including the axe handle and elbow smash, as well as more superstar specific animations that see AJ Styles perform a diving forearm and Roman Reigns hitting the Superman punch. To perform the moves, all you have to do is run towards one of the boxes and press the strike button, which is X on Xbox or square on PlayStation, which will then trigger the dive and strike animation. Did you know it's possible to get behind the general manager's table in the authority's office? Raymond Bright reveals that it's possible to get behind the desk and wrestle there if you damage your opponent until he's yellow and then throw him into the desk using an Irish whip. Doing this should see your opponent bent over the desk, at which point you should pick up the steel chair and run into them. Doing this will then see them move to either side of the desk, at which point you want to hit them with the chair, causing them and yourself to go flying over the desk and land behind it. Once there, it's obviously glitchy as it's not a location that you're supposed to be able to access, but it can prove pretty funny as you see the superstars walking on their knees and the general manager performing the splits, leading to some pretty epic moments. So with that brings us to the end of today's video, but if you've got any lesser known features, secrets, hints or Easter eggs that you'd like me to cover, let me know about it in the comments and I'll give you a shout out in the next video. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments on all of today's features, as well as how many you knew, and if you enjoyed the video, I would love it if you could drop it a like to show your support, and if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon so you can be notified whenever a new episode is released. As always, until next time, have yourself an awesome day, and I'll catch you later.